Hi, my name is Nick and I'm from Canlan Sports. Now I'm currently at Duke Swords for Sports where they're gonna give me the lowdown on everything that I need to get on the ice and start playing. Canlan Sports is where you play, but this is where you learn what you need to play. Come, follow me. Hi everybody, it's Nick here from Canlan Sports. I'm here with Ken from Duke Swords for Sports. I wanna know about shoulder pads, I wanna know about elbow pads, I wanna know how to protect the upper body. What do I need to know?
Well, the first thing you gotta determine, are you playing with body checking or not?
Right.
Now, most kids and adult leagues, they're usually non-contact, so that's not gonna be a factor, but that is going to help narrow the search. For shoulder pads, you're gonna wanna make sure that you have proper protection where you need it, which is your shoulders, of course, along the collarbone, the front sternum and chest, your back, and of course your biceps.
Right.
For the elbow pad, you wanna make sure that it is on very snug. So you can go bigger, but you wanna make sure that able to flex and that this elbow pad doesn't move on its own, especially when they're grinding it out on the ice. They are not just designed to protect your funny bone. They're also gonna give you some additional protection on the bicep as well as along the forearm against slashing. You're gonna wanna find pads that give you the proper protection, but they are also very flexible, so you can play without anything being too cumbersome when you're on ice.
Move around, you know?
Exactly. There are many different body types. So a lot of the key hockey brands out there have actually built different styles of shoulder pads for different body shapes as well. Some are a little traditional, some are a little bit tapered fit. So you gotta try on a few that are best for you. For protection wise though, for yourself as a full grown adult, you're gonna wanna make sure that that shoulder cap is covering the center part of your shoulder.
Okay.
You're gonna want some protection on your chest. Now don't go too low or else that's gonna impede against your stomach when you try to lean over to skate.
Gotcha, yeah.
Giving you coverage on the collarbones, as well as the bicep pad about halfway, 3/4 way down. Now a lot of them are also flexible, and then it's gonna give you some coverage to your lower back as well.
If I'm not in a contact league, do I still need these?
My answer is gonna be yes.
Okay.
And the reason being is you just can't go wrong with too much protection.
Right.
Now, again, there are different styles of shoulder pads that will give you a lot more flexibility and really the basic coverage to where you need it.
And I mean, speaking about elbow pads and shoulder pads, I read somewhere that you should be buying these at the same time. Like, first off, is that important? And second off, do they need to be the same brand? Do they need to kind of align with each other? What are your thoughts?
No, you do not need to buy it all together at the same time. Especially you're gonna find with kids, they're gonna grow differently. So sometimes they might grow out of their shoulder pads, but the elbow pads are gonna be just fine. Mix and match. Find what's most comfortable. There's a lot of great hockey brands, a lot of great pads out there. Find the one that suits you. Don't get too caught up with the name that's on it.
Are there some out there that are gonna last longer? And maintenance-wise, how do I kind of make sure that I'm not in here every season buying a new pair of shoulder pads or elbow pads?
Shoulder pads and elbow pads can last a long time. In fact, actually, there's a lot of stories of NHLers who are still using the same pads they had when they were in their teenage years.
Actually, quick shout out here to our ASHL league in Scotia Barn. There are some guys out there with their shoulder pads, elbow pads, decades long. I kid you not, the duct tape is insane, but it gets the job done.
Absolutely. The only thing I can really suggest is try to keep it dry. A lot of the times, as long as you're taking proper care of, which is getting them out of your bag, hanging them up, keeping them dry, they can last quite a while. For kids, it's tough to say. We don't have that crystal ball for how quickly they're going to grow, so we will try to give them a little bit more growth space to begin with.
Yeah.
You just don't want to go too big.
How much are we gonna be spending on stuff like this?
Well, I'll start off with kids. For kids, you're gonna start off for the shoulder pads, about $40.
Really?
And
40 bucks?
That's it. And it'll get you the protection you need. The elbow pads are about $25 to start.
All right.
And then as they grow and as they develop, you can find different styles that's best for those games as they continue to play. For adults, you're looking at about $70 to start with the shoulder pads and maybe about $45 on the elbow pads. Again, they can last for quite some time.
Okay, sounds good. Ken, thank you so much again. So there you have it, guys. Hitting league, non-hitting league, doesn't matter. You still want to have these things. Let's go pick out a pair, man.
Do it.